Hello everyone, this is Gaius, and I'm back here with a Farm-o-rama and I'm gonna show you behind the scenes of my awesome farming system. I have always shown the shop and demonstrated how to use the farms and where they are. I'm gonna start with the interesting bits, which is this here. So, I made a few no, you know what? Let's go in here. Normally not supposed to do that, but so this is where the items come in. Probably get a better view up. Yeah, I made it behind accessible behind the scenes of everything everywhere. So this is where the items come in. They come in into this hopper right here, and no, let's go through this hopper line over there, and I have named items here, and the item that I want to sort here. So there are the cacti. Oh, sorry, bread, wheat, seeds, and so on. And right at the very end, um, there's nothing because everything is supposed to go straight down. And I also put on a lever here just to turn off the torch. Um, okay, sorry about that. I didn't hear anything, so I just had to check if there was sound. So basically, when an item passes through here, it gets, if it's recognized, say it's a feather, and a feather passes along here, it gets recognized by this hopper and it's pulled down. When this hopper has more than its 41, 2, 3, 4, 5, or 45, when it has more than 45 items, 46 items, the signal will be strong enough to reach this one, but not the other ones. Um, and that signal will trigger a repeater, which will turn off the redstone torch and allow the items to go through. That's the sorter bits, which was slightly modified by me. It was a design that I found by Impulse SV on YouTube. And the items come in here, through here. They are pushed through a glass column at the bottom here, and to the hopper, and then fed into the hopper line over there. So let's go down into the bowels of the machine and show you how it's done. Oh, oh, I should probably. No, I'm gonna show you with another torch in case it doesn't show. So here we are in the farm, as you can recognize over here. And on the side here, I have a little door, which, the cow farm is a mumbo jumbo design, by the way. I'm gonna get to that later. So you can get everywhere. So here we are at the item elevator, which I feel is a Kavana design. There are literally dozens of videos on YouTube with the item elevator. This is one I like best because it feeds 4 or 5 items into into the space at once. See, those items, and then it shoves them up into portions. So it keeps going, which was very handy when I had a lot of things coming in. So I'm gonna demonstrate for a bit now. It also, yeah, it can feed in with a hopper because it goes into this dropper over here, dropper which fires the items in there. So let's feed this some items. I'm gonna toss in nether wart here. See, it pushes that up, and you see it glitches through. This is solid glass here. It glitches through the glass. I'm gonna go up few levels here, and you can see glitches all the way up to the hopper on top there, and gets caught in the hopper and fed into the hopper line, into the chests. So yeah, let's go around. This is where it feeds in from the rabbit farm, and this is where it feeds the topmost farm with the wheat, seeds, and bread, and carrots and potatoes. This feeds in the beef and leather farm, the chicken, feathers, and egg farm, combined with the feed from the cacti farm, and also the general supply area and the box at the top. And this is where it comes from. It comes from the sugar. And for those astute of you paying attention, we may notice that 2 or 3 farms aren't fed into it, and that's okay. Yeah, sometimes it glitches out up here, but this is farming. It doesn't. So, yeah, the pumpkins and the melons they get fed directly into the hopper line up there, because that's more in line with the output of those farms are so far up that they can be just fed straight into the hopper line. And also, it doesn't get fed down because you need 2 stacks to feed them, so to replant. Just a little less than 2 stacks to replant, so it's much easier to just pick them up, hit the button, pick up the stacks, and then go and replant, rather than wait for it to come back. So, but every once in a while, it's a good thing to just toss them in there. So, that's the business end. That's the how to transport, how the items are transported, and sorted. Now for this farm, I'm going to do the quick tutorial so that you can easily search search on YouTube and find these yourself. This is a mumbo jumbo design. This is the cow farm, which you can see a bit of the behind the scenes here. I'm not going to do the because you can, as I said, you can search it. This is generic bees design, and that's the rabbit farm. While this design is actually my own, believe it or not, this is the netherwood farm, which is basically soul sand and hoppers underneath to suck up. This works with so few hoppers because I'm running which was it again? I can't remember. I'm running the successor to craft bucket. Spigot. I'm running Spigot. That's what it is. And with Spigot, you can have items bunched together to automatically to save memory. I've enabled that, and that's why I can have this few hoppers to feed into my farm. And all these hoppers, they run along the line into the chest over there. So, and the egg farm is a Nim's Toots design, which I rebuilt. I refitted a few bits and modified them according to my own designs. To have a bit more configurability than he had originally. It's been so long since I built this, I can't actually remember what the difference is. But ask me about, if you see the differences, ask me about it, and maybe I can remember how I did it. Ask me in the comments. Oh yeah, cactus farm, fairly simple. When a cactus grows up, it hits. I'm sorry to say I can't actually show it without going into spectator mode. But it's fairly simple. When a cactus grows up, it then is very close to a block, which basically makes it automatically pop off and become a sprite and an item, an entity, and those entities are sucked up by hoppers, which are basically fed down here. Yes, and this right here, the mushroom farm, it works fairly simply by having this construction that allows you to go in but not go too close and plant mushroom and bone millet, and it's contained in here. And you have a nice little platform to. Oh, I forgot one. Nice little platform to climb on top and reach everything. That's basically. It's a simple design. I can't remember. It's not my own. I did an adjustment from the one I found on YouTube, which basically is to put the mycelium on the end, so in case someone forgets to or isn't quick enough, then and instead of losing mycelium, I can just leave it there, and the dirt will be transformed into mycelium eventually. Um, this is also not my own. This is a Nimstut's design. Basically works with a you activate a clock, a burn off clock, which fires which fires bone meal. It's as simple as that, really. So now for the more interesting farms, I guess. These ones over here. I'm gonna go. Yeah. There are basically two designs to this. There's one design for the potatoes and carrots, and there's a separate design for. And I don't want to die, so I'm gonna kill the creeper. I'm lagging a bit, so I'm guessing the video is lagging even worse. And the reason that is because right now there's a lot of things running. So I'm going to re reduce the render distance, and that's gonna hopefully speed a few things a bit. Yeah, that sped things up. Um, this is for the wheat. Okay, easy access there. So there's basically a hopper minecart running back and forth underneath the dirt, which is tilled. See, it's tilled and speed going up there. And every once in a while, the hopper minecart, it comes to the end here, and it comes to there's a powered rail on top of a hopper, and it's whenever the hopper will automatically suck items out of the out of this hopper minecart, and when that hopper has a signal, it will cut the power to the powered rail and keep the hopper minecart there. Okay, let's go upstairs and check out the rest of it. There's water all right around here. This is the backside of the sugar farm, by the way. You can do that while I'm here. There is a bud switch right here, and the bud switch basically triggers all of these sticky pistons. A lower line only, because you don't need all of that. And it's basically that in 2 levels. Yes. There's the feed from the pumpkin melon farms. And now, see here, these are 2 farmer villagers. They go around and they see that this guy, he just harvested this wheat because it was done, and he replants it, and now and see, these things are disappearing. It's not because they picked it up, it's because the hopper minecart underneath sucked it through the dirt. Sorry. And that's basically how farming in 1.8 works. You can utilize the farmers to do the work for you. And let's have a look. See up at the carrots. The carrots up here, and the floor above has potatoes. They have the exact same design. I'm gonna get back to the pumpkin and melon farm afterwards. Okay. So, and this right here is the cocoa. I'm gonna do that on the way back. So here we also have one villager that runs around harvesting the carrots. Whenever he picks up the carrots, he he runs. He finds his buddy over here, and he tries to feed his buddy, and he tosses carrots to him because you can eat carrots. Also, yeah, these guys down here toss bread to each other. That's how bread is produced. They make the bread. But this guy, he gets the carrots. Hopefully you can see that now, but he doesn't. No. He will come here and look at his buddy, and he'll try to toss carrots to his buddy, but yeah, I have hoppers all the way, 3 hoppers along here that picks up those carrots and sucks them down into the item sorter. So, no carrots for you. And this guy, all the work in vain. Look at the pretty things. Yeah, not much with the low render distance, unfortunately. So let's get down to business at the cocoa farm. Cocoa farm, fairly simple. The button that you saw me press earlier, it basically sends a signal downwards under the underground that to a bunch of sticky pistons that push. No, not sticky pistons, pistons basically that push uh, the jungle wood trunks upwards so that they come in here, and the signal travels up the column over here, and the signal is then sent to all of these pistons, pushing them down again, basically shaking off the cocoa. So, gonna see if I can do this without falling down, which is kind of hard when it lags this much. This is the automatic pumpkin melon farm. This is not my own design. I should say that right away. Um, but unfortunately I didn't mark it, and I can't remember whose design it is. I'm terribly sorry about that, but you can search on YouTube and find it. Basically works by a bud switch. This is a bud switch right here. Whenever and this is a melon. Whenever a melon will grow, it can only grow in that spot right there. And when it does, it updates this button switch, which pushes this over here and activates this piston, uh, which pushes the melon into the water, and water drives down into this hopper line. And same for this pumpkin over here. And there are 4 bits like this. So yeah, those were them farms. Did I forget anyone? Don't think I did. Don't think I did. So this here, you see, that feeds into directly here into the line over here. Originally, have to admit, I built the railway for this to be sucked down just as the wheat and the wheat is, but it didn't work. Whenever he would fill up his inventory with food, he would no longer harvest. So nothing got done. So I had to capture. Oh, I moved the door. I'm such a clever one. Um, I had to capture a buddy of his and make sure he was hungry and utilize his urge to feed his buddy for my own nefarious needs. So that's the farming. That was my cute butt. But that's the behind the scenes look at the Farm-o-rama with the shop section there, the farms of themselves, and you can. Some of these are my own designs, but most of them aren't. I've only adapted them and pushed them all into this small size here. I'm gonna have a quick walk around. You can just see how small this, or relatively small. Basically, the item sorters go into there. The farm area starts here and goes all the way over here, and the rest is underground. So I've compacted this as much as I can. Probably could compact it a bit more. I did try a bit closer here, but I wanted it to look a bit pretty and be able to walk around it without having to fly, because this is a no-fly zone. So, no-fly server. This has been in my cute butt again. this has been another video showcasing the Misty Hammer server. I hope you enjoyed it. This was really mostly for my friends who are this on the server so they can see how things work and help me. So I've been Gaius. Hope you enjoyed. Leave a like. Also ask in the comments about the chicken farm or anything else if you're curious, and I'll try to remember how or when or why or whatever. Okay, bye.